Starlight Sunset fans, we're off on another adventure. We are headed to the Arkansas house. As you can see right now, we're going through the car wash, get the car looking a little better. This is to Little Willie's Roadhouse. We got our fishing poles, just like our Capital One card, can't leave home without it. Gun deer season starts in Arkansas actually today. I'm already late, and I'm glad I'm not taking anybody with me because there is no room for anything else in this truck. Even the bed of it's full. So I'll show you a little bit on the way up there. Hopefully you can hear me over all of this noise. So we'll see you when we get there. Looking nice out on Lake Lavon today. Be nice to be out there fishing. Nice and smooth, not much wind, plenty of sun. Made my normal stop at Duke's in Mount Vernon off of I-30. Checking out some of the swings and the fire pits. $1,300. Not sure I need a fire pit that bad. You have swings you can sit beside each other, swings that you can not sit beside each other, and then of course just benches. I don't think the Duke bench was for sale, it didn't have a sign on it, but more fire pits. The wagons were pretty cool, the Longhorns out front showing what Texas is about. Stop in whenever you get a chance. Well, we've been on the road for about 3 hours now. Of course, a little bit of that time we had to stop in Mount Vernon at Duke's. If you're ever passing through there, make sure you stop in. They got some great food, some cool swings and stuff. But now, we have finally made it to Arkansas. So we got about 2 more hours to get there. And hopefully it'll still be daylight. Right now it's 2 o'clock, so we're getting close, and we'll show you around when we get there. Finally made it just before dark. Looking around at all the leaves turning, looking pretty nice out. Probably half the leaves are already gone, but there's still plenty of color. Best part is just sitting in the lawn chair right here, just taking in this view to see what shows up. Nice scenery. Finally, the moon's starting to show. And I was using my night vision on the phone, and I found this standing in the dark. Mama and 2 babies. The next morning, I found these scrapes under the tree. This building has been here for over 40 years. And for some reason, this tree has decided to eat the roof. Well, we put it off long enough. We got the generators working yesterday, day before yesterday. And time to unbox the 5-ton log splitter from Harbor Freight. And then it's time to go to work. We have this little pile that we need to take care of. So hopefully this little splitter will be able to take care of all of this. Even though the bottom part of that tree is pretty big. I don't know if it's going to work on that, but we will let you know and see what we came up with. So in our last video, whenever we were here, I showed you pictures of this tree that was actually leaning towards the house, and we had somebody come out and cut it, and they just piled the wood over to the side, which was great. They did some trimming on that tree where the limbs were actually almost touching the ground. They did some trimming on that little, or the smaller tree, and everything looks really good now. I think we might be able to grow some grass out here now. As you can see, from all of the tree, no sunlight, no grass. So they cleared out an area in the woods here, pushed all the extra limbs, which I think that we can get some more smaller wood out of these limbs, but we'll see how that goes. We got a pretty good task ahead of us right now. I had to move a few hay bales out of the way to put the lawnmower away. A little pile of firewood that we got taken care of. And then the night set in, and it was some beautiful skies with the moon shining through. Then the next morning we decided to walk into the woods and see what we could see. There wasn't any deer in here today, but I sat and just enjoyed the quietness of the woods. And the next morning I went in and saw a couple of deer in there. This area right here, straight out in front of me, it was about an 8-point walk by. I don't think he ever saw me because he was just walking and then all of a sudden disappeared. Again, the moon shining. Well, one last look around, make sure that we got everything put up, all of our tools put up. A lot of the leaves are gone now after a week. It was still pretty nice with all the different colors. So well, at least the gas prices are better here than they are in Texas, because it was $2.98, I think. Trying to go over 3. New Bryant Middle School. There is a Bryant fire training facility that they have built outside. That's pretty cool. And today, partly cloudy with a little chance of rain. Hopefully we can make it back to Texas before the rain hits us. Well, 9 days out on vacation to the Arkansas house was pretty good. Now we're headed home and we are back in Texas. 2.5 more hours and we'll be sitting in our own chair. So we will see you whenever we get closer, unless something else comes up that looks interesting. I'd like to have a place with a big pasture out to the side of the house. Have this cool little guy sitting with the rocket launcher, maybe a tank sitting out. Make it look like I have my own little army. Oh, just funny thoughts that you get whenever you're driving for hours and hours. But it would be cool to have your own jet sitting out, or your own fighter jet. Back at Lake Lavon. Looks a little different than it did the other day because there's storm clouds out that direction. It's not too rough yet. Still pretty calm. Looks like it'd be a good day for fishing. So when we left, the wind wasn't blowing, so the flags were not flying. there doing pretty good today. We made it back after 9 days at the Arkansas house. It was good to see Mom and hang out with her for a week, see how everything's going, help her with a little firewood. So now we're just editing this video, putting the final touches to it, and should be out pretty soon. Thanksgiving, I think we are just going to hang out, and the next week is camping at Lake Louisville. So we will see you then, and Starlight Sunset's going down.